I say out of our group, somebody might get robbed.
Somebody get robbed. But I see someone else is renovating. What are you doing over back there, Thomas? I see you little renovation, switching it up. It looks different. Is that how it looked last time?
Yeah.
Is that a green screen?
No, like I don't.
That's how it looked last time. He's always changed his background on center picture or something like that.
Oh, okay.
Actually, I changed the whole thing. Move the lights. I gotta put some atmosphere effects and all that stuff.
Atmospheric, getting the feng shui. There you go.
It's gonna be animated, but then it was gonna take 8 hours to frame. So
God dang.
Yeah, it ain't gonna happen anytime soon.
But all right, James, you doing good?
Yeah, man.
All y'all doing good? We're perfect. Mr. Random, aka Mr. Master Chief, Editor in Chief, Mr. Funny Guy. I am the man right down there. We have King back, Mr. Platinum, and we got our boy James back. All right, I think we can start it up. We've gone into our intro long enough, I like to think. Yes, everyone, all the comeback subscribers, fans, everyone that keeps coming to see us. This is Media Marauders. We have returned, and I got a bit of a cough, so please ignore that. It's still the after effects of my COVID. So, you know, the ones that care about me, thank you for your well wishes and prayers. I haven't seen the comments to show it, but sure.
I like to say, 2 out of 4 of us caught it.
No, don't do that. Don't do that. I outed James a little bit. I apologize. No, I'm playing. I apologize, James. I love you, baby.
Oh, nah, bro. Oh, nah.
Oh, man. But no.
Circle, man. It's gonna come back full circle.
I apologize once again. But yes, we're back. We're still somewhat healthy. And God forbid we still, nothing else is wrong with us going future forward. But yeah, we're back. Indeed, yeah. So last week we talked a little, we jumped around some places. We talked about Pacific Rim. We talked about Falcon and the Winter Soldier. We kind of just jumped around, talked about TV shows, and we really stayed away from anime. I think we did a good job for once. We finally stayed away from anime. So wait, yeah, what? But yeah, didn't we stay away from anime last episode?
I don't remember talking about anime.
I really think
so.
No,
you lying. We talked about the Black Swordsman.
God dang it! No. That was that Yasuke? No, that was last time.
Because James brought up Sword Art Online. We talked about anime.
Oh yeah, we did give anime suggestions.
Sword Art Online definitely is anime. Definitely.
Man, fuck anyone that cares that much. We're gonna talk about anime regardless. Fuck y'all. But so for the fans that love us so much and you like it when I curse at you, I got a number of things, some possible topics that can maybe trigger some people. I could wait for mine if y'all want to jump. Whoever wants to jump in first, or y'all want to get
so excited. Unless somebody else was ready to start shooting, let's go for it, Max.
Let me start before y'all get too.
I'm about to get ludicrous in this bitch. All right,
I'll let you simmer for a bit. I would like to bring up, the update to Street Fighter V that's coming.
Okay.
Yeah, they got they showed off. Did any of y'all watch the spring update for?
You talking about that 6-hour video you put in there?
Seriously?
Well, it was only like 30 minutes, but it was on loop for 6 hours.
Why would they do that? Okay. Anyways,
I was wondering why, because I was like, it's just the whole thing over again.
They do a live stream, someone hops it up and then just let you, in case you missed it.
Okay.
But
that's kind of smart. That kind of helps out people. Let's just put up a feed somewhere and give you a link.
Yeah, it's like TV. But they showed off Oro and they showed off 3 characters: Oro, Rose, and Akira from Rival Schools. If you're a real fighting game fan, you play some Rival Schools or heard of it. If you want them poses like Max, though, you probably never heard.
I never played it, to be honest with you.
Let me look up Rival Schools. Right?
I've heard of Rival Schools. Don't try to play me, Debbie. I just never played Rival Schools.
I've heard of it. I just never played it.
Yeah.
It's like with the kids in the Street Fighter universe, the ones who go to school, what they do, which is fight. But
they go to school?
Yeah, you would think they would go to school, but
they just beat each other's asses.
So it was a good game. Like way before its time.
Is it the same universe of Street Fighter?
Because and if you see some of the characters in the background of Part 5, but if you don't know who they are, they're just random NPCs you can see in the background.
And I've heard about that. I've heard about that. You're
I think
right.
all the fighting games and not all, a good amount of the fighting games and beat 'em ups in the Capcom world take place in the Capcom universe, take place in the same universe. Because like Street Fighter, Final Fight, Dark Stalkers, and Rival Schools are all somewhat in the same universe.
Darkstalkers. I ain't played that game in so long.
Ooh,
I love that franchise though.
There's speculation that might be their next fighting game.
I heard that as well.
That'd be so awesome if it is. I wouldn't mind playing Dimitri.
Shoot.
Or Judah.
Oh girl, what's her name? Not Lilith. Lilith is
Morgan.
Morgan. There you go. I know Lilith is her like a part of her though. I think right.
Yeah, it's like her kin. But then again, she's like the kin to Dimitri, so.
It's her sister, isn't it? But
I thought they were one person, and then they split. I thought that was the whole thing with Morgan and Lilith. I don't
know the lore of Darkstalkers like that, but yeah, I feel like they're going to put Street Fighter 5 out with a bang, which now I want Street Fighter 6 and more fighting games. But yeah.
So you think they're going to go? Well, I think it's kind of dumb for me not to think that another Street Fighter, a whole new game will be coming out. But I feel like these DLCs are so close together. Would it really make sense to just put 6 out?
Like, that's the. I don't think 6 is the next game they're working on.
Oh, okay.
Because it could have been because they did Street Fighter 5. They did Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom. Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. They did that flopped. So it might be the next fighting games they're working on, but I don't know. But so far, Oro, he looks pretty good. He looks great compared to like how he fought in Street Fighter 3. Rose looks like a Dragon Ball Z character. I've been seeing people say that the way she fights with the
really
has like the teleports. I
haven't seen her gameplay yet.
Yeah, her gameplay is she's teleporting over the screen, shooting fireballs in the air. Her ultimate, she shoots like a Kamehameha almost. It's like
just straight up stream,
just beam. She's like, yo. And then Akira, her fighting.
I've seen her.
They showed her gameplay off, and her gameplay is a lot like Rival Schools, but just on a 2D plane. So like she even has like the high air combos where she knocks you into the combos. I forgot what they called them. And then it was just like she combos you in the air and then throws you back to the ground. And then they even have
she seems like a big she's like a big juggler, apparently.
Yes.
Yeah, that's how the gameplay was. The gameplay was kind of like I would say it was Street Fighter meets Marvel vs. Capcom meets when they did the EX series, but it was well done.
I didn't like the EX series, but I didn't like the EX series.
That's the thing is like because the EX series was done by someone else, but with another fighting team. But
yeah,
it was if you ever get a chance to play Rival Schools or Project Justice, it's one of those fighting game gems that y'all should play. And they still haven't announced the last character for this season.
This season?
Yeah. So
are they planning any more the rest of this year?
Yeah, it's one more after Akira.
Okay, so that's gonna be the final one this year though.
Yeah, and then then they might announce the next game. I think COVID kind of messed up their
kind of fucked the whole pacing of it all.
Yeah,
Akira, she was a standout. I liked her. She had like one projectile. I was surprised she even had a projectile, just the way they presented her, like just being more hands-on, in your face type of rushdown character, which I'm always falling in love with, that type of character game play style. And just her juggling, that appealed to me. I love juggling characters, even though it was difficult as hell for me to really keep it up, but I like the challenge. So I've always appreciated that.
I think Rose got a couple good juggle moves from what I saw. And then I think like when she does her split, when she does her shadow technique, whatever it's called, and she's like if she does hit you with the same normal twice, it makes you go into a juggle. So
damn.
Yeah, so she's gonna be one of those crazy combo characters. She was pretty fun.
Projectile characters, man, those have always kind of been like a love-hate relationship, especially like
Just can't beat them.
It's just you got to play it. You kind of have to. You're not playing. You obviously you're up against an opponent, but it's just the projectiles. Just you got to find that quick opening, and you just got to be patient. I've always had to teach myself to be patient in fighting games. So
I feel like the ones that mostly gets
like traps.
Yeah.
Or like traps.
Yeah,
you know, like they shoot them, and then you got a guard, and then they're gonna try to hit you as soon as you let your guard down or you jump or whatever. Like catch you, like they're gonna shoot you, you jump in the air or you crouch or whatever, and then you gotta figure out what they're gonna do next. So
yeah, someone that does a lot of shit like dousing. I hate finding people to use dousing. It's just irritating.
Rubbery ass motherfucker.
It's irritating because it's teleporting. That's why. So that's why Rose becomes an issue when she teleports over the place too. If they would have gave Bison teleport like that, he'd be a problem too.
He does have teleport. He was a problem.
He doesn't technically teleport. He used to, but he doesn't anymore though. He can go through things and phase through you, but he can't teleport.
I don't know. I just remember you head stopping my characters. That's all.
I can't stand Bison, man. It's one of those characters that I had to really pay attention when I was playing 5, especially as Cammy. So God, yeah, that's just a whole other thing. But now this season looks like it's gonna be interesting. I might check out some gameplay for it just to kind of get familiar with that. I might hop back on.
You got to, so I can give you in the hands with Dan.
God dang. I've seen Dan's gameplay too. He's pretty.
That dude looks stupid.
He has a very cheap, very, 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 very cheap combo though. You know what I'm talking about too.
Yeah, taunt.
It's a very cheap ass combo.
He's a fun character though. They made him like he's like a high, like you have to be, I think you have to be high tier to play with him because a lot of his stuff is like,
that's so ironic.
It's like the thing is like he's not a good character. Like if you're like
not
don't know how to play the game, I would not play as Dan. Like you're going to.
He's really not.
He's one of those.
He's supposed to be the comedic relief anyways, though.
Yeah, he is supposed to be the joke character.
And they gave him the Mr. Karate uniform this time, which I was like, oh, y'all really gonna do it.
Oh my God. Anyways, no, I think this season is going to be interesting. The fighting community is a strong one, especially Street Fighter is always going to be a staple within that community. So, I mean, there's nothing you can really do to make that one just like stay stagnant, I feel like.
Well, they got the competition this year with the 2 coming out. You got Guilty Gear.
Hell yeah.
In a few months, which that picked up steam, and then you have King of Fighters coming, which I'm ready for that one.
That's a mess. That's a big mess. That's just one of those games you have to sit down for hours. Like most fighting. That one is just convoluted as hell.
King of Fighters was with Geese and what's his name, right? Terry Bradshaw. Not Bradshaw, but Terry Bogard.
Yeah, the Bogard bro.
Bradshaw.
Yeah. I don't know. I hope they bring Geese back because Geese is one of my favorite in that series. But yeah, I'm ready. You know, they got some good fighting games, so I'm probably gonna have all of them at some point this year.
Don't you have every game?
Mr. Platinum.
I mean, that may be true, but you don't need to put my shit out like that.
I know, right? It was like, I think I have like 600 in my library.
God dang, dude. All right, well, yeah, Street Fighter is gonna be a good one. Y'all got to. Yeah, you good, Thomas? Like you keep going.
No, you just cut me off and hurt my feelings.
I'm not trying to. You know I'm ready. I'm ready. I apologize.
Let's go.
No. I just want to make sure you're good. I don't want to be there. All right, thank you, Mr. Thomas, man.
I can see this steam coming off your bald head, man.
You see it? I had a light in here, but it does too much, man. I had a light.
Police light. Wait, you got a police light. I got an interrogation police light. Got a solar flare out here.
I used to want to be a detective. Okay, fellas.
Okay, Krillin.
Fuck you, man. All right. Anyways, I got a nose, damn it. But no, Genshin Impact has been a very popular. Well, let me start off. There's been a lot of controversy going on. I think this happened today or yesterday, this week, and Twitter is a cesspool of toxicity. Let me just start that off and like say, I can't stand Twitter.
Spicy.
Is it really? Is it really?
I come in swinging. I don't give a fuck. No, I think Twitter is like a really negative, toxic place that I love to go for drama, just to read other people's bullshit and the drama and the artistic value in certain things. Of course, I like to switch around. But interestingly enough, there was a bit of a controversy that came up. It's with Genshin Impact. It's a video game. It's a gacha video game from China by MiHoYo. And
you what? Who?
MiHoYo. I said that right. But no, yeah, MiHoYo, and it's a studio that made this game, and it's a very popular game. It's very reminiscent. A lot of people can kind of see reminiscence from Zelda Breath of the Wild. just the artistic standpoint and the open world of it all. It's a fun game. We've talked about it one time here. I don't know if you guys have gone on it on King and James, but I know Thomas, you and I, we kind of spoke on it before about the game and the impact that it's been having. It's very heavy impact. It came out last year, and throughout last year going into this year, there's been a big wildfire of media about it. So right now, though, they're potentially in hot water. They've been trending on Twitter with boycott or Genshin. Yeah, boycott Genshin Impact. I think that's boycott Genshin. Yeah, boycott Genshin. Thank you. And I don't know what happened. Some kind of rumblings were going on, but there's some particular issues people are having with this game now. And since this game is so popular, of course, after a while, you're gonna find people that are gonna just want to hate on it, find things to hate on it, and they found things to hate on it. Surprisingly enough. So, okay, let me start off. Let me just go in about some of the controversies. There's multiple.
Yeah,
but the biggest
is like it just showed up all of a sudden, and I'm like, yeah, what the heck happened?
Let me try not to be long-winded. So let me go ahead and take on the biggest issue right now that people are having with this, or what I've read so far. How the hicklers, that's how you say, Thomas?
Hilly curls.
Hilly curls. They're one of the main enemies that you'll find when you first start up. Think of the the goblins that you fight in Zelda. Think of those guys, those type of minions. So they're like they're the first enemies you run into. The issue with them is that they have this dance that they do. If not, they take it directly from American indigenous people's dances. So go ahead. Huh?
Did they say that? Or did they say indigenous people and people assumed they were talking about Americans?
I think people are assuming that it is American indigenous, but it's definitely, you can see a clip that the studio put out where you see a quick clip of her, how do you call them, hilly curls? And yeah, hilly curls, and they're doing this dance, and it's right on one side of the screen they're doing the dance, and on the other side of the screen you're seeing the dance from these indigenous people doing the exact same dance. But it's so quick, you have to kind of pause or rewind real quick and look at it. So people were up in arms about that, and they brought it to attention on Twitter, trying to boycott this video game. And that's one of the biggest ones. That's one of the ones I could be like, okay, I can see why people could be offended on this, and I can't say nothing about that because I'm not indigenous, and no way, or at least that I know of, that I'm not indigenous. So I'm not going to speak on it.
Hey, can you pause right quick with that? Y'all see how he's trying to distance himself from indigenous people, even though he Dominican?
I'm just saying, if we want to get real, I could have some kind of Taino in me. I don't know, but that's hard to fucking this. All right, I'm not getting into that. Don't do this to me, damn it. But that is
Rob, please. He done rolled you in already now, man.
No, he got me. I'm thinking. That's one of those moments I dig my own grave. Fuck it, damn it.
Cancel.
But you know, one thing you find in Twitter is that people will jump on that bandwagon. They'll be quick to be like, to be on people's side when they don't really know the history or the real subject matter. There's a couple other discrepancies that people are finding. One that I don't know about, but I can see is the colorism stereotypes that they have. There's only 2 characters, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, if you want to look, or whomever wants to look it up, but there's only 2 characters that have their shades are darker than the rest of the cast. There's like 39 characters now. I think at first they started off with only like 10 or 15. Mm-hmm. So there's only 2 characters that have a darker skin tone than everyone else, and that is Kaya, Xinyan. Kaya is one of the male leads that you first get, and they in their story in these games they have stories for these characters. They have little blurbs, and you see the epithet of the term exotic to describe his looks and what he, and then
exotic.
Yeah, people go up in arms about that, and I can understand that. There's things people think of, this.
See that right there triggered me. I know. I'm gonna tell you right now. I mean, the minute you hear and see exotic, it's like, so he's not African, Black, or Asian, or anything else. Just exotic.
Yeah, and that's one of the microaggressions that you can, if you don't know the term microaggression for the audience, I'm sure my host here know what microaggression means.
Is it a microaggression? Is it really though?
Let me explain the other character. The other character that has a darker skin tone. Yeah, he's ready. The other character that has a darker skin tone, her name is Jin Yan. If I'm butchering these names, I apologize. Her name is Jin Yan, and they depict her as being scary looking. Let me explain. Let me try to give a description of how this female looks. She is she's tall, kind of tall. Or I guess she's kind of tall. Nah, she has a darker skin tone, and she has spikes. Like she wears certain spikes in her hair or on her clothes and shit like that. So you could kind of argue that, okay, so she's scary looking because of the spikes. But then, people are seeing the microaggression behind her skin tone being the reason why she's scary looking, the stereotypes of Black people being intimidating or coming off intimidating and scary.
So they put her on as darker to show that she projects being scary because she's dark.
If you want to associate, you could kind of see the association with it, and you can see it as a microaggression towards these particular characters. And then the last one is a bit of a, I'm not sure, but they're sexualizing young characters. An NPC was sexual. An NPC that obviously looked like a child was sexualized by a grown man. Like it was kind of like, or just seen as a object of affection from this other grown NPC. So there's, people are looking for things in this. And like I said, I'm not going to discredit all of it, but I'm going to say some of this shit is bullshit. And I feel like this, especially with cancel culture right now, I'll stand on that ledge. And I think it's a lot of bullshit. I think there's a lot of people that feel like they need to have a voice that don't, and most of the ones that feel like they have a voice don't even know what the fuck they're talking about. And I think when it comes to boycotting, some people, or a good majority of people, I feel like they need to be re-educated what that term means. I'm not going to get into it, the definition, but if you're boycotting something and you're still playing or you're supporting whatever that you're trying to boycott, that's not boycotting. You're just complaining to complain. You're not doing nothing about it. You just want to be some kind of woke individual on Twitter, feel like you have a voice for a couple of seconds or within a time to shine because you want a couple likes and retweets to make you feel like you're making a difference when you don't know what the fuck you're talking about or even really care. So that's my whole thing.
So let me please hop a little bit. One, the dude, I forgot his name, the pirate guy. The one, well, he's not a pirate, but the one with the eye patch, Kaya. Yeah, that's kind of he claims that his family, he comes from a family of pirates. He will be darker. Xin Yan,
that's her name,
is a rock and roll character. The X and pretty much all them characters from Ling Wei are all supposed to be Chinese characters. So that's the thing. Like Ling Wei is that whole region in the game is based off of like ancient China. So she's probably supposed to be southern China. And then they're like, people are like they're trying to claim that she might be Black, hence why she's scared. It's like, no, she's ancient Western. I want to say Western, Southwestern China. They were darker. And then they also had some historical things that happened there between them and the Han Dynasty and all these other places. But and some stuff with the Uyghurs too. And things don't go well. I don't understand people with this. It's like
I mean, like that indigenous portion, I could see what someone's saying, especially in that clip. If you watch it, you can see, okay, you took reference from something that you know nothing about and you used it as to try to villainize this character. You saw some kind of tribal thing with it. So your villain already stands within that category, what you're putting in them, or whatever title you're putting them as. And you're villainizing, you could come off like you're villainizing an indigenous group.
But that's the thing though, they villainize Russians in this game. Like
my bad, go ahead.
That's the thing, is like the whole, like everyone who's from the north are bad guys. It's just like, nah. And they all seem to have a Russian accent. Like,
yes.
And boycotting is going to do nothing. This is a Chinese-based company.
They don't give a fuck.
It's under 10 cent, which is the TikTok people, and that means it also has connection to the Chinese government. They don't care what you do, as long as they're gonna still make their money no matter what.
Yeah, they don't give two fucks about what anyone's saying about boycotting. They don't care about any of it. But another thing, I think some people are theorizing the reason why this is becoming such a big upheaval on some petty shit. Like Genshin Impact was supposed to do an update more recent than they scheduled it. I think it's happening sometime next month.
Yeah, it got pushed.
And so people are trying to find things. They're upset. People are, they're butthurt about all this shit, and they want to get people riled up over this. That's one side I've seen theorized. But
I think it's just people bored because it's like they got the PS5 update coming out, and I'm not gonna say that, but
be brave. Go ahead. Let's do this.
Oh, I almost went too dark with that one. There hasn't been anything of substance to be angry with for a while. So,
in the gaming community,
no,
because about anything to be angry about.
There's nothing. There hasn't been anything like a good cause to hop on in a while. So
I could bring it for one. I'm gonna keep it to myself. Forget it.
Yeah, that
I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying.
That's why I was like, let me clean that
but
up.
let's hear from you guys down there.
Clean it up, man.
King and James, what do y'all think about this, man? Do you think it's a bunch of bullshit? From going off of how I try to explain it, and Thomas jumping in as well. How do y'all feel about this?
Well, my first take is, if they have a dance that looks like it's copied, then by all means, I can see that. I feel like in this culture now, like you stated, that people try to find any and everything about something. Like, what did this person do? And it can be completely innocent. But if you got like different, like, everybody from up north, you said that, like, showing like, Russians or whatever is, bad guys, and
the political upheaval of it all.
Yeah, exactly. And the way the world is right now. And then you have dark people being the villains, or indigenous people being,
or the dances,
as bad. When you got like invaders coming in, like, I see where that's coming from, because in actuality, the people that's coming in that's not indigenous should actually be considered the bad guys. But that's not how it's being portrayed. And people's like, hey, we know now in the day, like as today, like when anybody comes to somebody else's country, they're actually considered the bad guys because they're taking over their country. And and in their sense, it's like they think they're the righteous ones because whatever they're bringing to the table or to that land, but in actuality, they're taking over somebody else's land. And the indigenous people could be seen as bad because they're not conforming to whatever they want to do. It's not how life works.
Yeah, I think there's there's more in-game lore of it all to explain why these Hurley curls. I can't. Yeah, there's reasons why they do the things they do, and you can find ways to explain it. But if you see something is already blatant or it comes off blatant to you, you're not caring what's happening in game. It's the fact that you put it in your game. You got these people doing these actual culture dances, so I can see the offense from that.
See, that's the thing, though. It's the artistic side of things. Like, what? There was this like M. Bison stage ended up getting banned at one point because it had a chant in it, and I'm like, understand you actually went and just took someone's chant that was a holy chant. I think it was the Muslim faith holy chant. But some of these countries don't know anything. They're like, oh, that sounds good. Let me just. It's like someone's sampling something. To them, it's just like, it fits my vision. They're not out here.
There is an ignorance, and I want to go ahead, keep going.
I'm like, it's like over here, we're like, oh, I think we talked about last episode. Like, some people were mad about a different game because someone had it. Like, they were kind of thinking like, well, his accent seems a little too.
Oh yeah.
Too funny.
It's too Hispanic. It's too.
So he seemed too much like a stereotype, even though he was a book. Like, he wasn't Hispanic. He was a book, but he had a Hispanic accent. But it's like sometimes that's the artist is like the creators just like they're looking for reference. And then they use that as the reference. It's like, okay. They don't know any difference. Like, they're not dealing with them. It's like the same way that we go out there and make movies like Avatar, which is based off of indigenous people getting invaded, and pretty much they said it was Pocahontas just with blue people.
What do you think? What do you think, King?
To be honest, man, I don't. I guess I gotta see it visually to see what you're speaking about, but from the descriptions you're giving, I think it's just more of an aspect of people trying to find something to be upset about. I think because like the aspect of being an artist and having not preference, but having a source or having I can't think of the word I'm looking for at the current moment, but having a source of finding something and using it. Who's to say that wasn't their motivation to utilize that or something. I mean, if it's supposed to be a source of art or talent, like a game or even a book per se, I mean, I can't say that unless I see it to be like, all right, well, you can definitely tell where that's coming from or something of that nature. Yeah, if it's something blatant, I understand, but if it's something blatant, especially when it comes to a video game or movie / book to movie, these are different opinions, different ideas. And so I think just I got to see it to be able to be like, oh, yeah, that's blatant. I can tell, or my perception would be my reality to see that. So, but I made a joke a little early about it being exotic, but a lot of people use the word exotic to try to explain something different they're not understanding of. And so that's where people get upset about that. And they say, oh, you can't give it a specific word. You got to call it exotic. So that little joke earlier was just on the pun of that word because of the fact that people throw that word around so easily. And some people use it to just be lazy about who they're trying to describe of the nature. Yeah. So
no. Like going to exotic real quick, like I love cars, and I'm like, yo, look at that exotic car, and it's like, well, is that a bad term now? Like, should exotic be erased? Like, can we not use exotic at all anymore? Is that the deal?
We're touching on some shit.
Well, I see that's the thing. It depends on how you. The term exotic is more so of different, of like not of here, and I think that's where it gets.
And it could come off not being wanted. Like you're not wanted. Like you're exotic. You shouldn't be. You don't look like us.
Well, that's the thing. It's like say like if they say like, well, the way the hilly curls are dancing is exotic, but then the people that they reference from live in the same country as the people who made the game, then they're not really exotic. They're just different than the people who made the game. They're from the same place, just a different part of the same place.
Right.
That's some real shit. I don't know, man. I think some of this, I think the only thing I can really look at is the indigenous thing. I think that's probably, and even with the stereotypes with the microaggression as well, I think I could kind of argue, I could play the devil's advocate with that, but I could only go so far with the devil's advocate playing that part for that.
See, that's the other thing I have with this though, was like, if you can't have, which I feel like it's wrong to really be arguing for this, but if you can't have the hilly curls be indigenous, you can't have, I can't remember their name, the Northerners be Russian and bad. Like, what can you have and be like? Does the bad guy have to be
who's the enemy?
Yo, right?
Like, does the enemy have to be exactly like the main character? And at that point, it's like, why are they fighting?
America.
Yo, I mean, that wouldn't be
America. Yes,
it's believable. The people of this what's it, Windvale or something like that? The people of the castle area and Lingwei, they don't get along with beings that aren't the same as them. They might, at some point in the story get along together, but people tend to not get along with people who are different from them. Yeah. It's
kind of, it's not biblically, it's kind of historically known.
It's ain't biblically.
Historically.
It's in the Bible. Read it. It's a good narrative.
That's the thing, is like the hilly curls and all the monsters, they're like, yo, they don't bang with the humans because they feel like the humans are doing wrong. And then the humans don't bang with the hilly curls, like, yo, nah, man, we don't trust y'all either. It's
because they exotic.
and indigenous.
But that's the thing, is that, but these people got really big. I don't know. I think some people just, if you don't like it, just don't play it.
And I mean, and I hate to take that step, because usually I'm the one that wants to be understanding and I want to see the point of view where people are usually coming from when they're up in arms and upset, because I don't want to just brush people off. But I feel like this is just, all right, come on, man, y'all. Out of everything else, y'all want to come at fucking Genshin Impact. What a great game. And I'm not trying to excuse whatever kind of blatant disrespect. No, I'm really not.
There you are.
Because I don't want to come off insensitive, and that's the last thing I want to do. But I think there's a certain reach. There's some Stretch Armstrong shit going on. This Mr. Fantastic level shit going on. They're really reaching for something here, and just chill and just really look into what boycott means. And if you're really about it, stop playing the game entirely and just promote how evil and horrible these people are, and try to make it sound. Even though I would hate for this game to leave, even though I haven't played it in almost like 6 months.
Well, people are saying, they're saying, like, oh, boycott it, you just don't buy anything, but we still play it.
Yeah. What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
I'm like, you know what? I ain't buying in the beginning, so I'm gonna boycott this.
Hey, I wasn't buying shit. I was waiting. I was playing that game, waiting until I got enough in-game credits. I will play that game 3 hours just to get like 3-4 credits of things. Looks like I gotta put another 4 hours until I get some more shit. I'm not buying nothing, bro. Gotcha. Yeah, gotcha games is not doing it, baby. You're not gonna get me. Shit. Must not know who I am.
I ain't even heard of the game.
Genshin. It's an interesting game. It does remind me.
It was one of our covers too for one of our episodes.
Yeah, we talked about it one time a while back.
Oh, got it. When I was hard working, I just okay, got it.
I think you were there. You were definitely there.
Usually.
All right. But now, y'all got any more? We're gonna do a quick commercial break. Y'all got anything else?
We'll talk about it after commercial break.
I mean, so yeah, this Genshin Impact, I do hope I do hope they fix whatever they need to feel like they need to fix. If they want to be in a corner or something, they feel like they're in a corner, but I highly doubt it. I highly doubt it.
I think they're gonna leave it alone and keep running with it. People that's gonna play is gonna play it.
Stay strong, China. But all right, we're gonna do a quick commercial break. Even though there's some all right, off camera there's some all right. Anyways, but yeah, we'll be right back. We'll be right back. All right, let's start it up.
All right, let's bring it up, guys.
Let's get back into it. All right, fellas, y'all good? We back. Commercial break over. We ready to talk some more shit? All right. Welcome back, Media Marauders. Once again, coming back from the commercial break real quick. We just got into the whole Genshin Impact trying to be banished, so we'll keep it moving with King. You got something for us, man? Welcome your return. You got the red carpet.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
I'm pulling the red carpet.
Wow, see that hate?
There we go.
I love it.
Hate. There we go with the hate. We don't expect it from everybody else, but you. All right.
Shouldn't be surprised.
So I'm actually going to ruin My Hero Academia for everybody right now.
Don't you dare. All right, y'all have a good night.
It's a good show. See y'all later.
Y'all take it easy. The only motherfucker that's that far ahead, he's going to do that.
Was that video you said earlier, James? I read the main, guys. Let me tell you what happened here. So he's totally live right now.
Motherfucker.
I'm gonna do it to y'all. But I'm gonna ruin Titan for y'all if you haven't seen it yet. Y'all watch Titans?
Titans?
No, I'm about to start watching that. The show.
Oh, the DC show.
All right, I'm not gonna ruin it for you. But the Titans, I'll talk about the Titans. I watched it recently, these past couple of weeks. I mean, I'm coming from work and coming back and forth, episode a night. And it's not that bad, to be honest with you. I think DC usually has a better catalog of animated movies. And Marvel usually has a better catalog of live movies and shows. But DC actually did a great job on Titan. I ain't gonna lie to you. It wasn't
really
that bad. I think the story aspect of Dick Grayson trying to come out of the shadow of Batman is pretty good. And
fuck Batman.
Say it again.
Fuck Batman. That's what he says.
I mean, if you're gonna ruin it, you might as well go ahead and ruin it that way.
You already say you're trying to get out of the shadow. All right, but I got my own opinion about this shit.
But I thought the series was pretty good actually though. Both seasons 1 and 2 were actually pretty well done. Like I said earlier, with Dick Grayson coming out of the shadows of Batman and becoming his own man and running his own team is pretty dope. Coming from a darker aspect too, where it's not a rated PG-13 or rated P, something like whatever radar. It's like rated MA, which is pretty good. A bunch of violence and all that.
Yeah, got mature. Gotcha.
Yeah, it's pretty good for a mature show. I think my favorite aspect of it, like I said, is that they actually attempted to discern all the characters from each other, but still connect them as well throughout the seasons. The only one that really irritated me, to be honest with you, was Beast Boy.
Really?
I thought his background was just trash.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Oh, okay.
I mean, don't get me wrong. They can't do it so much with the movie, and especially with the CGI they have for him.
Yeah, the budget for it.
I mean, don't get me wrong. They did a great job of explaining the fact that he has to take his clothes off to turn into an animal. But the only thing I want to ruin for you in this case is that the fact he can't turn to anything else but a fucking tiger.
Really?
That's it?
Yeah. That's the only thing he can change into is a fucking tiger.
Don't they kind of explain it why though?
Well, I will say I don't think they explain it, to be honest. They didn't explain it well enough. It's just the fact that he, in his mental, he loves tigers, and that's what he turns into. So he didn't attempt to turn into anything else. He just like, oh, I can turn into a tiger. He turned into a tiger here.
Let me do it.
And he turned into something else as well. I'm not going to ruin it for nobody else, but he turned into another one. But his main feature is turning into a tiger, which just kind of made me upset. And I was like, God damn it, I can't get an ape. I can't get other stuff.
That's exactly. I was like, I was waiting for you to stop talking. Like, yo, what the hell?
Couldn't do a damn ape.
He's not. He's way less form based than Young Justice version. So I'll tell you that much.
Okay.
Way less. But like I said, the show does a very good job of bringing the team together and forming them together. And you see his old team turning into a new team. And the best by far character to the whole thing.
I know. I already know what you're gonna say. I knew it. I knew you were. I feel like you kind of have you're kind of biased to his character. To any time anyone's ever.
I'm kind of biased to villains. Deathstroke has gotten a lot of play in the past couple of years. Well, not play, but respect in the last couple of years. A lot of anti-heroes, and even villains getting a lot of shine like that, such as Black Adam. You have Deathstroke, Venom, Punisher. Yeah, a couple of them that's getting a lot of shine recently, but at the same time, Deathstroke has been getting a lot of shine because of his flexibility of his background with so many characters. I don't think he'd be around right now without the Arrow, respectfully, for the CW.
So yeah, I know that was a big deal in that series.
Oh yeah, that was a good one. And Arrow wasn't that bad of a show neither. So it really wasn't, man. It wasn't. I liked it.
Did you watch on Flash? I heard Flash is supposed to be the best one.
I mean,
I stopped at a certain point.
I mean, the Flash is more of run, Barry. Season 2, run faster, Barry. Season 3, just go faster, Barry.
Why do we keep coming back? There's a reason why we keep coming back, damn it.
I think the Flash does what it needs to do. It has a very good aspect of the family aspect of things and him coming into character. But like I said, that's honestly how you can describe Flash. Run faster, Barry.
Run faster.
Okay.
Yeah, it is.
Go faster, Barry.
I started to watch it and then I fell off. Like I watched a couple episodes. Like, this ain't gonna do it for me. And
but the Flash is with the budget they had, they did a very good job of the villains, though. For majority of the villains, my personal opinion.
And that's kind of where I want to go with the whole Beast Boy thing, because I liked him as the character, but I do see what you're talking about with the CGI portions of it.
Mm-hmm.
I think they can only do so much, but then at the same time, you could do a tiger. Why couldn't you do like a small monkey or something?
I'll explain to you.
Right.
See.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, okay. All right, go for it.
Sit up. No, sit up some more. Let's see you. Oh no, I can see the reason behind that frustration, because I'm like, all right, man. Even when I was, because I stopped in the mid portion with season 2,
mm-hmm.
when you finally meet Rose Wilson.
Yeah.
You meet her and all that. You find Jason Todd gets his ass beat by Deathstroke. I got around that part. Not to spoil or anything like that, but I got around that part, and I stopped.
I'm not even gonna lie to you. I didn't see the character that plays as Deathstroke is the same guy that plays in tip of my damn tongue now. I hate myself because of this.
No, you go ahead and look for that. But I think Titans I think the first season was a good representation. I've always had a fixation with Raven and Beast Boy, so I was really hoping that they'll do their characters really well.
Mm-hmm.
And I just thought it was kind of awkward how the actress playing as Raven, and that the kind of relationship they're going with Beast Boy, because the man is like 20 years old, I think, when he started playing the role, and the girl was like 14 while playing the role, and there wasn't like anything romantic or anything like that.
I know what you're saying.
That's the problem with some of these Hollywood roles.
I mean, it's just
teens in they 20, 35, making up 14. Wrong.
That's what it was. The guy that plays as Deathstroke is the same guy that plays in How to Get Away with Murder, someone's father. And that's that one. But that's just one of the movies. That's one of the shows I can think of he was in that someone recognized him in. But he does a very good job of playing the father role of Deathstroke and not the actual killer. His backstory is very much better explained than in Arrow, I think, in my personal opinion.
So the question I was wondering, like, is this part of the Arrowverse also?
I don't think so.
It's a standalone.
Not in this case.
Oh,
separate.
Castillo.
Oh, yeah. That's the Castillo. Yeah.
Man.
Him playing as Destro was really unexpected, but I think he did a very good job as playing as him though.
Do you let me ask you directly, King? Do you felt like the mature aspects of it was a little too much, kind of like how I spoke on Invincible I think it was last episode, the violence behind Titan and the language, all that? Do you feel like it was kind of forced? Do you ever feel like you were cringing a bit?
I feel like it was forced for certain characters. Like I don't think like a child like Raven, or even, and to be honest with you, even like Jason Todd. But if you understand his background and why he does certain things, you understand why he cursed so much. But as far as like the kids go, I wouldn't see so much of it for the kids aspect of things. Now the previous team of Titans, I understand them.
Yeah.
but the newer team version, you were just like, all that cursing for what?
What y'all saying this for? Why y'all trying to be so edgy for? Chill out.
Yeah.
Yo, like I said, who's the previous team of Titans?
Well, the previous team of Titans was supposed to be Robin, Aqualad, Wonder Woman.
Well, not Wonder Woman, but
I'm sorry, Wonder Girl or
Wonder Girl. I think it was
Wonder Girl.
Like
I can't think of her name now, but Wonder Girl.
Okay.
And so the newer Titans are the Teen Titans.
Yeah.
Dick Grayson.
Okay,
Dick Grayson is the trainer in this one.
Sand Cyborg, but yeah.
Right. But what I'm not gonna lie though, I did like about this version of the Titans as well is that they kept Bruce Wayne and Batman at a distance.
Yeah.
Only got involved when you need to get involved. And even that character played as Batman was pretty good. I'm not gonna lie.
I forgot his name
too.
Yeah, I forgot his name.
I think the age is what made it better for me, because you're not thinking of a middle-aged Batman. He's actually a very fairly aged Batman.
Yeah,
so he's not
in his 40s maybe, or late 30s, early 40s.
The right-hand man of Queen Daenerys is Ian Glenn, Bruce Wayne.
Which one? What's his name?
Is it Ian or I-A-I-N Glenn?
Let me look. I want to lie about that.
Yeah, I've seen him a couple times on TV. He was in a couple stuff before. He usually plays a villain in most.
Ian Glenn. Yeah. The majority he's usually a villain in the Resident Evil movies.
Yeah. He's Wesker, I think. He was Wesker.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. This Titans is I don't know.
He was in Game of Thrones too, though. How can y'all pick up Game of Thrones?
Oh yeah, he was. He was a guy.
I didn't watch Game of Thrones.
Yeah, he was following Daenerys, whatever.
Yeah.
Well, okay, so you watched the first 2 seasons. I think they canceled. I don't think they're making the 3rd season.
I don't think they are. Like I said, the first 2 seasons were pretty good. So altogether, I give it an 8 out of 10.
Really?
Yeah, I give it 8 out of 10.
I was about to start watching it, and they canceled it. Okay.
They canceled season. Well, I think so.
I think
so. Again.
I remember it was originally on that DC Universe platform before it got moved to HBO Max. So it might be canceled, or it might just be because a lot of stuff got put in production limbo in the past year.
Well, Young Justice season 4 is coming out, so I don't think he's doing that.
Isn't it? I just read something on Wikipedia said, it's Wikipedia though. Said that the 3rd season is coming out on HBO Max. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, nice. I thought it kind of the ratings went down second season, so I didn't know if it was going to keep going or not, because I thought something would potentially be canceled. But hey, more power to them. I'll try to get back on it. I really will, especially after you said you enjoyed it. So
yeah, I did. I actually did enjoy it. I liked it, especially the fact of Dick Grayson coming into his own character. So that was pretty good.
I was gonna say too, on comicbook.com, Titan actor Curran Walter reveals new season 3 photo.
And that's the guy that played Jason Todd, big forehead dude. Yeah,
the kid,
the one that plays Robin, Jason Todd. I think
Dick Grayson. You're talking about Dick Grayson.
Oh, my bad.
Mm-hmm. Jason Todd is the Batman, is a Robin right now.
Is the new Robin? Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the show was interesting. The show was interesting.
Yeah, it was good. So that's all I had to talk about. So I thought it was pretty good without spoiling anything for anybody, as I usually do. So I thought I'd change that up.
Quick opinion. Yeah, that's good. All right.
But we can go back to anime if you want to, and I can ruin it through the manga.
No, we're good.
You do that? Oh, okay. Just want to make sure.
I did have a side comment. What's up, Batman? All these kids, man.
What?
Batman, all these kids, man. Joker need to handle that, you know.
Here we go. Batman slander.
Joker need to handle that, you know. You got
Batman slander.
That's my favorite superhero in DC. Calm down.
Yeah.
And he's still grabbing kids. Like, what do you mean? I don't know what's up with that. I think maybe because he was an orphan at a young age, and it's always been set up where I know you're kind of joking, but now thinking about it, yeah, I mean, I think it's because he sees something. Because when he met Richard Grayson, he was an orphan, so and he saw it happen in the original comic book. So when his parents died, he felt some kind of symbol, like some kind of reason to be a part of his life. He saw a bit of himself, I guess. And if you realize, every male Robin so far look exactly like Batman, even though they're not blood related, except for Damian. They all have black hair and blue eyes. Check me.
Even Terry McGinnis.
Terry McGinnis had, and they try to work that in Justice League Unlimited. They try to explain that, but I think they retconned that whole thing.
I think they tried to, but the Justice League Unlimited, it was foretold that Batman did on purpose.
It was supposed to, because he was trying to find Terry McGinnis was supposed to be exactly how Bruce Wayne became Batman. He wanted him to go through the exact same psychological pain.
Really?
Yeah, the exact like he put his DNA in his mother like while she was pregnant. Yeah, he inseminated the mom while she. Yeah, it was wild. It was like they did this.
Hold on, so I watched the TV show, but I did not know this lore behind it. I did not.
I don't know.
James, you see, James. See, when you're older, you pay attention to the dialogue, not just the action.
You just don't want to see the action. No, but dead ass. Yeah, it was wild. So I thought retcon that whole thing. And Static Shock showed up when he was older and shit. I was like, oh shit, this is a banging ass episode. But yeah, it's on Unlimited, I'm pretty sure, right?
James, if you get the opportunity, James, just go ahead and watch Justice League and Justice League Unlimited.
Yeah.
Get the whole scoop on everything.
I used to watch those religiously growing up.
I did too. I don't know why I don't remember this though. Like, so I'm just about to check. I missed that part, man. I'm gonna have to check that out.
That was
because you adopted the darkness, James. You were grown in it. That's why.
My name's Bang. All right, but no, thank you, King. Appreciate it. Yeah, Titans, man. That blue tint all over the damn place on second season is what kind of bothered me. I'm only gonna put that out there real quick.
But I mean, I guess the blue. I get what you're saying, and I think one of my good friends is actually like a producer, and he pays attention to stuff like that. Every show / movie has like their certain tint and hue to a movie though or show, and because of the fact that the show is supposed to be centered around
Robin.
I want to say Robin, but his Nightwing. Yeah, him coming into Nightwing. That's why the blue tint was so important throughout the whole last season.
Okay.
So it's kind of like a foreshadow. It's kind of like a foreshadow into it, but not necessarily making you think he's going to eventually turn into Nightwing.
Okay, I see what you're saying. It's part of like the character development into it. There's a reason why this is following him as he goes. Or it'll be better. All right. Well, I won't get too much into it. But
side question: do y'all think we'll ever get a Batman movie that's not Bruce Wayne?
No.
Ooh. I would love a Nightwing movie. Nightwing movie. I would love it.
Well, I'm not talking about like a Nightwing. I'm talking about like, because Bruce Wayne's not the only person who's been Batman. There's other Batman.
Yeah, Richard Grayson became Tim Drake, I think was at one point. I think
y'all talking about like comic versions. Y'all talking about actual like other iterations. Like the other. You want to talk about Azrael? We'll talk about Azrael being Batman too.
Yeah, Azrael was Batman.
He was my favorite.
Yeah, Batwing. I think Iron Man. I got confused by Azrael. My bad.
Mm-hmm. When he got his back broke.
Oh, when Bane, fucked him up. But no, I think when he got his back broke, nobody was Batman at that time. I think. Azrael, you're right. I'll take that back. You are correct. I apologize.
You young whippersnappers don't know history.
Anyway, all right, but we'll keep moving. Thank you, King. Thank you for that, man. Check it out, Titans. I
had to contribute to something because I was getting tired of seeing Mr. Random post on Instagram with all these special effects all of a sudden. And I wasn't around, so I had to put myself in there.
Make sure I'm not there. All right. Y'all having fun without me. I see you.
That was a little warm up. That didn't even make it into the episode. Like, I
want to come back as a drunk uncle and tell you I didn't think I'm nothing, you young punks.
These motherfuckers weren't doing that shit when I was around. All right. Let's move it along. James, what you got for us, man?
Well, I stay watching anime and I stay on Netflix. So right now, I just watched Sirius the Jaeger. Like I just started watching that. So it's this show on
right?
Netflix, basically.
Vampires, right?
Huh?
Vampires, right?
Yeah, vampires. And
that's what it's about.
I just started. I'm like in episode 3, and I'm just getting into it. So like basic synopsis starts off. You got this company called B Shipping, and they basically chasing vampires, or I guess a group of vampires.
Vampire hunters.
Yeah, vampire hunters, but they act as like a shipping group or for corporations, and they work with the police and everything like that to keep them down. And you have this one guy, which is seriously Jaeger. I can't remember his other name, but basically, he comes from this village and he obtains his power, but already has his power instilled in him from the village that can help fight against the vampires. And they're still diving into the lore and the back history of it. But I've seen the time when he first awakened to power, and now he's, fighting against vampires, and the vampires are trying to do their own thing. There's always been vampires and humans, but vampires are becoming more prevalent now, and they're trying to prevent the vampires from like basically taking over and doing whatever scheme they have to go on. So I think the art style of it is really good. It's typical what I would expect of anime on Netflix, and honestly, even though it's about vampires, like for some reason, like a lot of anime about vampires I tend to like. That maybe is the way they do it, but this one's a good one as well so far, because like they even have like the backstory with the different characters so far with it. Like I said, I'm only in episode 3.
Episode 3.
Yeah.
I remember watching it a long time ago when it first came out. Actually, when Netflix was throwing a whole bunch of anime on
just throwing shit.
What's called. Yeah, they had a flood of it at one point in time. Everyone was like couldn't keep track of it, but I thought it was a pretty good series though. I'm not gonna ruin it for you, but I can if you want me to. Just let me know.
This guy, I hate him.
No, it's really good though. I think it's good. It's a good anime.
I like the art style. Who's the studio?
I am.
Shut up.
ATX Tokyo TV. Yeah,
I am.
ATX Tokyo TV. No, that's the original network. No, the studio's PA Works. Okay.
Yeah, like it's kind of crazy because Netflix just suggests stuff to me, and maybe since I watched the Dragon Knight recently that we talked about on
Dota on Dragon's Blood.
Dota. Yeah. Maybe it suggested it to me this time. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna watch this because I'm looking for something else to watch. Another thing that I also have to mention really quickly is Jurassic Park Camp Cretaceous.
Ooh, boy, you about to make me pop out my damn seat. Sorry.
So I definitely have to look at the characters, but basically, we all know about Jurassic Park in the movies, and it kind of starts off like that. You watching it from a kid's point of view that gets invited to Jurassic Park for camp. And I'm like, so what's supposed to be happening here? And it's kind of crazy is the fact that like literally they're at this camp while everything else is happening in Jurassic Park. Like it really actually kind of happened. I'm just like, but it has their take on it, from the kids' point of view and how they made certain things happen. And
because to cut you off real quick, this is adjacent to what's happening in Jurassic. Real quick, because I didn't know. I don't know if you noticed, but what's happening in Camp Cretaceous? That's how you say it, right?
That's what I'm going with.
Is Jurassic World the movie is happening at the same time around that time?
Exactly. And you've seen it from the kids' point of view. I'm just like, yo, this is crazy how they tied this in. And it's funny they have not to no racist, our inside joke.
Nah, fuck that. Go ahead.
Fuck that. Strong male black lead character, which is what's
the name? Daryl?
He's a black guy? Name gotta be Daryl.
Like I think his name is it's not Daryl. It's
Dedrick?
I'm about to find out.
Well, I think it's Derek. Like
Darius.
Sorry.
Yeah, Darius. So basically, he's in a team
definitely black.
He's loved. Yeah, Anyway, he's loved dinosaurs like forever, and growing up with his dad and everything like that. And there's a whole backstory with that as well. And he wanted to go to Jurassic World and see them with his dad. and he studied them as much as he could, and he finally got the excuse to go.
Smart kid, man.
Smart kid. So when he gets there, you know, there's of course there's a random group of kids. You got somebody that's like, you know, an IG star, and then you have a kid that has a whole lot of money from his parents, somebody from a farm, and then kind of like a regular chick.
It's a regular chick.
She's just really typical. No, they put a normal character in there, you know.
Yeah.
But she's really herself. Yeah. And but basically, since he knows so much about dinosaurs, they kind of follow him when they get into different stuff with his kids, because kids are always making a mess of things, and they happen to be making a mess of things around dinosaurs that could potentially eat them, because they do have a T-Rex and everything in there. So you know,
huh? Do dinosaurs have feathers?
No.
Wait,
do you see something? What the hell?
It caught me off guard. I'm like, what's happening here?
What the fuck? Oh man, go ahead, keep going.
Yeah, so there's a lot of different situations where, you know, of course they have like stegosaurus and all that type of stuff too, and they live up in this tree house, and they have these two guys that work with them, but these guys end up leaving them all the time because they're goofy themselves, and the kids will get into anything, and Darius wants to see dinosaurs, and people want to show off, or somebody wants to do something so they can put it on their IG show, and they end up causing like multiple different kinds of problems. Like, it's kind of crazy. The kids are going through stuff as if they're grown-ups, but you can tell they're still kids and how they handle things.
Is this a live show? Is this a live show or a cartoon?
CGI. It's definitely an anime cartoon, CGI, yeah. They do a really good job, honestly, and I'm excited ready for the next season. There's 2 seasons in, and I believe they're going to be making a 3rd season. So it really follows, it's kind of crazy how it follows Jurassic World and how they end up in the center of the town, or the theme park, and you know, how they have the different areas for certain animals and how they make the fences and everything. It's kind of, and they have the bubbles, the little balls where you actually drive in and everything like that. Like they showed
for Jurassic World.
Yeah, from Jurassic World. It's definitely worth watching. I really love how they have a young black kid as the lead. Yeah, and they all rely on him. Like they all have their own, you know, strengths, but
uniqueness. Yeah.
But since he knows so much about dinosaurs and he is able just to go ahead and just take the lead, he runs with it. But he still has his insecurities and everything as well. So
I have a theory.
You do
a lot of young black leads in young adult TV shows for a good while.
This is for kids. I don't know about young adults.
The Runaways. They the Runaways.
It has nothing to do with it.
I did have a question though. Where's the kid's father during all of this? Like he just like, hey, go to this camp and left him there?
Is that kind of spoilerish?
Yeah, right.
It kind of is, sort of.
It kind of is. I mean,
it happens in the first episode.
I guess I can go with it.
So is he? So is he a deadbeat dad? No, I'm kidding.
No, definitely not.
Yo, that goes to jail in the first episode, and y'all watching this?
No. There's a lot of positivity in this, even though these are kids that are being hunted down by dangerous dinosaurs, or just dinosaurs. All dinosaurs are dangerous, really. But no, it's a great show. Just to piggyback off you, James, real quick. I think the show, I was really surprised because I've never been into the Jurassic Park franchise, so I was really surprised how much I enjoyed it. And my son was watching it like religiously at one point, just the first season when it came out, just continuously watching it. I'm like, well, what is this? So I traveled one day and I was like, let me sit down, because my wife was like, yo, watch this show. This shit is hype. Please watch. I'm like, you are watching this with him? I'm surprised. So I watched it and I was really amazed by it. It was really good.
Someone's got to show that boy some love.
Yeah, somebody got to do that. If I ain't around, I ain't fucking do it. I don't care. We FaceTime me either. But no,
find these videos when he's older.
I love you, baby. I love you. no, but yeah, good, quick one, man. That was a really, really good.
Yeah, I if you into dinosaurs and you like Jurassic Park, it's definitely something you can watch to pass time really quickly. You'll catch yourself watching it, just trying to figure out, what's going to happen next? Are these kids going to survive? You're actually worried about kids surviving and how they're actually going to think about going stuff like, and what would you do in that situation? But from a kid's perspective, I think it's kind of cool.
I'll wrestle them out and feed them to the dinosaurs.
Well, first of all, I wouldn't be at a themed dinosaur location in the first place.
I mean, it was supposed to be here. You said what? And they didn't have what?
They didn't have feathers.
I don't know if they have feathers. I didn't see any of them that have feathers. But if that's your deal breaker, yeah, I'm sorry.
The reason Mr. Adams asking that question is because we got to figure out which first came first, the chicken or the egg.
Okay, well, we're getting.
But it came at the same time.
Philosophical in here. I like that. That's real good, guys. Thank you. Appreciate that. But yeah, Cretaceous and Sirius the Jaeger. I'm gonna have to check out Sirius the Jaeger. I put that in my queue a while back on Netflix. I haven't called.
You better watch another slice of life. Go ahead and don't lie to me.
Actually, Don't Bully Me Nagatoro I think did come out, so I might get on that slice of life, sir. Thank you very much.
What'd you say?
Don't Bully Me Nagatoro. That's a new anime. I talked about it. I think I talked about it with just Thomas and I one time.
I don't know. I'm trying to watch this Tokyo Revengers. It's like a multiple other anime, but we can get into that next episode whenever they finally start dropping all those.
Tokyo Revengers looks
I'm out of animes right now. I've pretty much finished all mine this week.
Damn, man, I wanted to. We kind of ran. We've been going on. I could bring it up next time. I'll bring it up next time. I wanted to talk about the whole Sony, the PlayStation Sony shit.
No one cares. All right, keep moving.
Yeah, no one fucking cares about that shit.
Has anybody finished Attack on Titan yet? Because that's crazy,
God, bro. I think you're the only one.
I swear to you, it's one of the best anime. The backstory, it's ridiculous. Like,
Hayes, I believe you.
On Attack on Titan, like, do not understand the level.
You want me to ruin the anime for you?
All right, here we go. All right, we gonna wrap this up, man. We gonna wrap this up. That was the magic fucking word. Thank you, there, King.
Y'all, I read the manga, guys. I can tell how it happens.
I'm sure you did. But we're talking about Tokyo Ghoul. I can ruin that for y'all.
I read that too.
Damn it. All right.
Well, I love to read it because I don't want to wait a whole year and then if somebody spoil it for me for as good as the story is. Like, yeah, it incorporates racism and everything. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah. Like racism is what you're telling me.
Hey, look, man, in today's world, that's prevalent. Even
it's more real.
It's more real. It is.
I got you. All right, y'all. We had a full house. I'm glad to have y'all all back, man. It's good to see 4 squares in one laptop. So thanks for coming back, King. Thanks, James, and thank you, Mr. Random, aka the editor-in-chief, man. You always making these videos, nice little segments and these little commercial breaks and little funny things that always put me in the center of it all. I really appreciate that, sir. Thank you.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Whatever, man. Anyways, man, we had a good night. I'm glad to see these guys come back and we're able to just talk about shit that we enjoy. So for the audience, the ones that keep coming back, we do appreciate that. I see some little comments here and there, so I'm responding to whatever I see. The views are going up somewhat, guys, so maybe we're doing something right, or maybe we could kind of finally advance our shit when the time does come. So subscribers, audience, y'all have a good night. This is Media Marauders. Don't forget to click like and subscribe to this channel. Don't forget that bell on the side for all Media Marauders content. Check us on Twitter, all our social media, Instagram, Facebook. I see a lot of heavy flow. Like, most of our audience comes from Facebook. So like, I see the little algorithms in YouTube. So thank you, everyone. Y'all have a great night. Everybody out there, have a safe, beautiful night. Watch out for COVID. I'm still have a bit of this cough. Hopefully it ain't COVID no more. So I'm still trying to keep myself away from people and all that. So
hey man, you got a nice voice. So you just continue to talk. We just listening.
I know, man. I'm about to finish. All right. Yeah, have a good night. All right, y'all take it easy. Have a good one. Media Marauders. Peace out.